Lunar Client versus Badlion Client. A great question within the Minecraft PvP community. A choice of more mods, or a choice of more frames?
Hi, I want cape.
We shall move swiftly past that. Well, Badlion Client appears to be decreasing in popularity, due to Lunar Client just being a better option as a PvP client. This could just be that Lunar Client has that beautiful logo next to your name.
Not sponsored. I support Badlion Client and Lunar Client simultaneously.
But from a player's perspective, more people play on Lunar Client. If Badlion Client added the logo next to your name, then our perspective on this situation could possibly be altered. But at the moment, it appears Lunar Client is dominating the market. Well, one of the main ways to see what is good and what is bad is to look at the community feedback. And for that reason, I went to the most trustworthy place on the planet, the Hypixel forums. I know, guys, the Hypixel forums is almost as trustworthy as Wikipedia in a teacher's eyes. This is definitely the place of truth, the alpha, the omega, the beginning, and the end. Well, this user says Badlion has more mods, but Lunar is more clean/aesthetic and gives a slightly bigger FPS boost. Okay, now according to this user, hey, I recommend Badlion Client. The client is getting a lot of updates, and your game will be smoother. Have a nice day. Well, this is kind of contradictory right here, because according to this guy, this is a higher FPS boost. I prefer Lunar, to be honest. It's more clean and it gives more FPS than Badlion in my opinion. So far it's 2 against 1, man. Now this user agreeing to Lunar being better. Sorry man, it's a 3v1 now. Badlion has more mods, but Lunar is cleaner, has a better anti-cheat, and gives higher FPS. I'm sorry man, it's a 4v1 right now. Well guys, what the conclusion is that Badlion Client has way more mods, but Lunar Client has more FPS. Okay, so the FPS is around 260 to 265. Okay, so Badlion runs at around like 200 frames, so only like 60 to 65 more frames less than Lunar, which is still a semi-significant amount, but at that point it doesn't really matter that much. Another big thing that was in question was mods. So in order to see which one has more mods, I simply just booted up both of them, and here are the results that I found. Okay, so first, we're on Badlion. So as you can tell, there's like a crazy amount of mods. Apparently it's like 50 plus mods. So if you really like modded PvP, then you just can't go wrong with Badlion. Okay, so here we are on the alternative, which is Lunar Client. And if I press right shift, then this opens the settings menu. You can tell that they do have a lot, but not as many as Badlion. I mean, Lunar does have a lot of mods as well. But I think in this situation, Badlion has more mods. So the mods category, will give it to Badlion. The next way to find out who has more players, or just what is the better client, is to look at the cosmetics. But just from a starting perspective, I know that Badlion has way better cosmetics than Lunar, because I've just seen more people with Badlion cosmetics. As you can see on the Badlion website, they have Insider, bundles, cloaks, emotes, hats, wings, masks, and a lot of other things. Oh yeah, and one more thing, they have so many more creators than Lunar does. Now to the Lunar store. Let's just see the YouTubers, because YouTubers are a main way of clients bringing in money. So as you can see, there are so many less. Badlion has pretty much 3 times more creators. Actually, probably like 4 or 5 times more creators. But yeah, Lunar cosmetics are just, no offense to Lunar at all, but they're just worse than Badlion. The final point in the dispute between Lunar versus Badlion is the availability of Minecraft versions. To begin, let's look at Lunar Client. As you can see here, Lunar has 1.7, 1.8, 1.12, 1.15, and 1.16. But Badlion has many more versions. Causality of FPS. Although Badlion Client wiped out Lunar Client in almost every single aspect, there is one crucial flaw within it. This flaw is FPS. Most people on Minecraft play on bad computers, and they need all the frames that they can get. Having higher frames is a massive benefit in PvP, or just any other game as well. Furthermore, many of the mods exclusive to Badlion are simply not needed. The only exception to this is Replay Mod, which can also be used using Fabric, which proves the prior sentence. Lunar Client's mods suffice for being a PvP client. Cosmetics are not the main worry of PvPers. Several people who have Badlion Client cosmetics play on Lunar because it is just a better platform to play on.